Because then come 2009, you'll be pushed out of office and you will go down in the history books of this country as a one-term Prime Minister. Do you want that legacy, Mr. Prime Minister? As much as I want the Antigua Labour Party, Mr. Prime Minister, to win the next election, I will be sorry for you. I will empathize with you. Because after all, you deserve more than that, Mr. Prime Minister. He deserves more than that. He deserves better. Madam Speaker, after all, the Prime Minister came up through the ranks of the Trade and Labour Union, the Antigua Trades and Labour Union, worked himself up. He came through the Antigua Workers Union, went to Ruskin College. His whole entire life was devoted to upliftment of poor working class people in this country. What is it now? Is it the same Baldwin Spencer that I knew? Madam Speaker, I am saying that the difference between illusions and fact is what this budget is all about. And through you, Madam Speaker, I want to ask the question to the Honourable Member for St. John's Wood East. I want to ask the Honourable Minister of Finance and Economy and the Honourable Prime Minister, do you have any heart and soul for the people of this country? Do you have any concern for the heart, the soul, and the blood of the people of this country? Why are you doing this to them? Why are you consistently and persistently, one tax after the other? Do you have any empathy for the resilience of our ordinary poor people who work hard to give their children an opportunity at education so that they can have a fair chance at economic development in this society, Madam Speaker? What happened? Fair opportunities are only for us, the privileged? It must be for every single man, woman and child in this country to improve their quality of life and raise the standard and raise it boldly. Madam Speaker, through you, I'm asking again the member for St. John's Rural West, is this the same Baldwin Spencer that I grew to know as a young man when you were in opposition? And when you sat over here on this side for years, sometimes single-handedly, Mr. Prime Minister, you challenged the status quo. You challenged the government of the day and stood up while you were in opposition. Is this the same Baldwin Spencer that was always seeming to champion the causes of poor people in this country? The same one, the poor and downtrodden. So why now then, if you're the same one, Mr. Prime Minister, are you allowing the Minister of Finance and Economy to sacrifice the very soul of this country on the altar of political expediency? Madam Speaker, it cannot be right. Do not allow it to happen. Why are you honourable gentlemen insisting to go down the road of taxing people and spend where you're taking more and more every day out of the poor people's money, out of their pay packets, when they themselves, Madam Speaker, should be spending that on consumer goods, on services of their choice? Just how much more blood do you want to extract from the working classes? How much more blood? Because while you're extracting blood from the working class people of this country, your political friends in the UPP, Madam Speaker, they're becoming richer and richer every single day. And I ask this question to the honourable members, how much is too much? How much is too much? And how much will you allow them to get your rich friends to drive the poor and working classes to their economic graves? To their economic graves, Madam Speaker. So, Madam Speaker, I am obliged to ask this Honourable House and the Honourable Minister, are you satisfied, Mr. Minister, with your redistribution of the wealth of this country? Are you satisfied with the style of redistributing the basket of wealth, the people's wealth, the people's taxpayers' monies from the backs and blood of the poor and working class into the pockets of the rich and the favoured and select few, the elitist class? Are you satisfied with that? You see, Madam Speaker,